girl, welcome back to the Her Best Self podcast. Today, I'm not here to coddle you or tell you what you want to hear. Today, I'm going to give you some tough Lindsay love and share with you what you need to hear if you're serious about your recovery. Because here is a truth, and it might sting a little. Some of you are addicted to staying stuck. Maybe you love talking about recovery, researching recovery, listening to podcasts about recovery, but you're not actually doing recovery. And if that triggered you, keep listening, sis, because this episode is going to separate the women who are serious about freedom from those who just like the idea of it. And here's the question to lead with this one. Which one are you? Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsay Nickel, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess trapped in a destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom, and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it so you can start living your best life as your best self. I am so hyped to record today's show with you. It is going to be a little bold. It is going to be a little tough love, but that's okay. You can handle it. I want to paint a picture that might sound familiar for you. You've been working on recovery, maybe for months, maybe for years. You know all of the ed terminology. You can quote all of the positive mantras. You follow all of the recovery accounts on Instagram, but you're still doing some things. You're still restricting. You're still body checking. You're still checking labels, counting calories, macros, steps, weighing yourself. And you know what that is? That's playing small. That is playing small. And today I'm calling you out, not because I don't love you, but because I love you. In order to get myself out of this, I had to have a moment where I got so frustrated with my own mess that I needed someone to shake me out of it. And this is what I hope that today's message will do for you. Because if we're not careful, you will live a life where your disorder is your comfort zone, your excuse, your reason why you can't have exactly what you want. And somewhere deep down, you've gotten really comfortable with that reason. And the reality here is that staying stuck is easier than doing something scary, because breaking free can be scary. These are some excuses that I hear regularly, and I am calling BS on all of them. Here we go. I'm not ready. Wrong. Sis, you're never going to feel ready. Readiness is a feeling. Recovery, though, friend, is a decision. Here's the second one. I really don't have the funds or the finances or the money for help right now. Really? Because you have money for a gym membership that you can punish your body and yourself for. You have money for supplements. You have money for diet books and diet food. You have money for the clothes that you buy, hoping to feel better about yourself. Really? Next excuse. I'll start next week. I'll start next Monday. Next Monday, sis, you're going to have a different excuse because that's what you do, right? You negotiate with your mind instead of fighting for your freedom. Here's another excuse. I'm different. My situation is so unique. No, you're not, sis. No, you're not. Your disorder wants you to believe you're special, that normal recovery rules don't apply to you. That's just her in your mind with all of that chitter chatter garbage. This isn't who you are. But if you keep fighting for those limitations, you're going to find yourself sitting in them. Let me give you some stats that should terrify you into action this week. The average person with an eating disorder suffers for 7 years before getting appropriate treatment. 7 years. Now, how much of your life are you willing to sacrifice to this disorder? Right now, while you're not ready and you're making excuses, your disorder is stealing your relationships, killing your potential, destroying your physical health, robbing you of joy and time, and convincing you that this halfway life is enough. And every day you wait is another day the disorder gets stronger and you get weaker. But I want to put this in terms that you're going to understand, sis, because I know that you are a lot like me. You've probably invested more in your car than in your freedom. This is going to call some folks out. You've probably spent more on clothes this year than on getting out of the prison in your mind. I actually had a client tell me, Lindsay, I just calculated that I've spent 37 grand over the past 3 years on gym memberships, on diet programs, and on supplements. And I'm still exactly where I started. $37,000 to stay stuck. My coaching, a fraction of that for actual results. But you have to put in the work. So when you tell me that you can't afford support, what you're really saying is that you can't afford to get free. You'd rather keep throwing money at the problem than investing in the solution. But the women that I work with and coach, they understand that this isn't an expense. It is the most important investment that they're ever going to make. And so in today's episode, I wanted to flip this around just a little bit and give you some serious questions that you can ask yourself, some of those hard questions that you need in order to break free. Number one, what has trying to figure this out on your own gotten you so far? Because if it was working, sis, you wouldn't be listening to my show, right? Number two, what's it going to cost you to stay exactly where you are for another year? Your health, your relationships, your dreams, your sanity, your bank account. Like, what is it going to cost you? If you don't have a journal beside you, or you don't have a piece of notebook paper where you can jot these things down or add a note to your phone, then come back and listen to today's show, because I truly believe if you sit with these hard questions, it is going to push you into that momentum you need. Question number three. Are you more committed to your excuses than you are your freedom? Because here is the hard truth. You can't have both. You can't be committed to why it is you're defending your being here and you're stuck here and you're staying here, and also be committed to getting free from it. You can't have both. So what is it that you really want? That was an epic question that I asked myself in my recovery journey. It was like 3 steps ahead and 4 steps back, and 6 steps ahead and 7 steps back. Are you more committed to your excuses than you are to your dreams? Question number 4. What would you do if you knew, and I mean knew, that in 6 months you could be free from this? What would you do? Would you do anything differently starting today? Lay the excuses down. Would you do anything differently? And question number 5, are you ready to bet on yourself, sis? Or are you going to keep betting on that voice inside of your mind? Here's the difference between investing in yourself and what the eating disorder is costing you. Premium coaching, which is what I provide to my clients, yes, it is a financial investment that will get you results. I have done this with countless women who have gotten to where they want to be in life and recovery, who don't sit and think about calories or food or weigh themselves, who don't have to go to the gym every single day, who aren't living with this burden over top of them any longer. But your eating disorder, that's costing you years of your life, thousands on these diet products, medical bills, lost opportunities. Don't even get me started on damaged relationships and being half in every situation, right? Which sounds more expensive to you? The women that I work with, they don't blink at what we do together, because they understand that the cost of staying stuck is infinitely higher than the cost of getting free. That's what recovery takes. And every woman who's found freedom has one thing in common. She stopped doing recovery her way and started trusting someone who had already walked the path. She stopped researching and started investing. She stopped preparing and started acting. She stopped talking about it and started doing it. That moment, sis, that leap of faith moment, that is where freedom starts for you. Not when you feel ready, not when you have it all figured out, not when the stars align, not when Jesus himself comes down from the sky and says, this is the direction, go. When you are so done with your own BS and ready to trust that there is something better out there for you, let me tell you, I cannot even tell you, I can't articulate it on this show, what happens when you decide to go all in on yourself. I'm actually going to talk to you right now about two women who reached out to me this past year. Okay. Woman A, we're going to call her because I don't want to disclose, names over here. But woman A said, I really want to work with you, but I need to think about it. Can I email you some questions? Can we do a payment plan? I'm not sure if right now is the right time. I don't know if my husband will be bought in, but I'm curious. Same day, another application hit the inbox. We're going to call her Woman B. Woman B said, I've been following you for 6 months. I've been listening to your podcast. I am so done with my own mind. When can we start? What do I need to do? Sis, I kid you not. I'm not tooting my own horn over here. Guess who's free today? Woman B. That's right, because she submitted her application that night. She invested fully in herself. She did the work. She believed that she was capable of it. And where is Woman A? Still thinking, still stuck, still making excuses. The difference wasn't their eating disorders. The difference wasn't that one person was doing these strategies and the other person was doing this. The difference wasn't their circumstances. The difference was their commitment, their belief to their own freedom. So which woman are you? Which woman are you? Because I work with women who are done making excuses, ready to invest in their lives, willing to do uncomfortable things, committed to trusting guidance even when it doesn't feel good, and are more afraid of staying stuck than of doing the work. And if that's not you, sis, that is totally fine. I want you to keep listening to this show. I want you to keep researching and keep waiting for the perfect moment. But if that is you, if you're sitting there thinking, yes, I am so ready to stop playing these small games and to dive in, then we need to talk, and today is your sign. Your eating disorder is not going to get bored and leave. She's not going to gradually fade away. She's not going to disappear because you read enough recovery books or you listened to enough podcast episodes. She is going to fight for its life every single day until you fight harder for yours. Do you hear me? And you can't fight alone. You've tried. It's not working. I know we always say that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. But it's true, because if you keep doing this over and over, you're going to keep getting the same results that you've already been getting. So I want you to look in the mirror right now. I'm serious. Look at yourself if you're able. And if you're not able to do this just yet, find some time, friend. Who do you see and what do you see? Do you see a woman who is powerful enough to build a career and a marriage and manage responsibilities and achieve goals and have kids and every other area of life you've been able to accomplish? The good things, all the things? Or do you see someone who's powerless? Who's powerless against that food noise in her mind and all those thoughts? Here's the thing. You're the same woman. The same strength that built your life can break these chains. But you have to stop treating yourself like you're fragile. You have to stop treating your disorder like she's bigger than you. You've conquered harder things. You have just not allowed yourself to believe up to this point that you could do it with this. And that's okay. You just haven't treated this like something you can conquer yet. I love the word yet because that means we're just getting started. And today that can change for you. So are you ready to stop playing small with your eating disorder and start playing for your freedom? Are you truly ready to stop talking about recovery and to start living it? Are you ready to bet on yourself instead of her voice in your mind? If the answer is yes, go to herbestself.co and submit a client application. Now, today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when we talk to everybody we need to talk to, now. Because the woman who's serious about freedom doesn't sit there, she acts. And friend, I love you. And I hope you get the most out of this podcast as you absolutely can. And if there's another coach that you're following and you are like, she clicks more with me, go and do the same on her process to get in with her. This is not about business for me, even though this is my business. This is for getting you into action. I want what's best for you. And if you're still sitting there making excuses about why you can't do that right now, then you just proved my point. You're more committed to your story than your solution. Your eating disorder, sis, she wants you to wait. She wants you to hesitate. She wants you to stay stuck. Let me not even go into all the 100 gazillion reasons why she wants you in procrastination mode. What do you want? And that's really the best question that I have for you today. So here's the final challenge I have for today's show. If you're still here, you're one of two women. Either you're serious about change or you're addicted to staying comfortable in discomfort. So here's your moment. Ask yourself these 5 questions that we talked about today. I'm going to review them really quickly right now so that you can get to the underlying reasons of why you're not in action mode. Question number 1, what has trying to figure all of this out on your own gotten you so far? Question number 2, what's it going to cost you to stay exactly where you are for another year? Question number 3, are you more committed to your excuses than you are your freedom? Question number 4, what would you do right now if you knew that in 6 months you could be free from this? And question number 5, are you ready to go all in and bet on yourself? Or are you going to keep betting on that voice inside of your mind? Sis, if you're ready to bet on yourself, I have limited spots available for private one-on-one support. Not because I'm trying to create false scarcity, but because I only work with women who are serious. The application process exists to protect the both of us. It ensures that you're ready to commit to your future, and it ensures that I can give you the results that you're investing in. So if you're ready to stop playing small with your recovery and start playing the game to win, then go on out to herbestself.co and submit your application today. Your eating disorder wants you to stay in a small, hesitant life, a life that sucks you of all the energy and lack of energy that you have left. She wants you to wait. She wants you to find another excuse. But sis, deep down, I know that you want freedom more than you want comfort. I love you, girl. I hope today's message gave some fire and gave you some ants in the pants to get to doing something differently. If nothing else, I want you to prove to yourself that you are worth it, because you are. You are so worth a life of freedom. I'll talk to you real soon in another episode of the Her Best Self podcast. Bye for now, sis. Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show, and I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.